Have you ever looked into the mirror and felt like something was off, even though you were doing everything the same way you always have? More and more women in their 60s and beyond are embracing their natural silver or gray hair. It's a powerful, beautiful choice. But what many women don't realize is that this change, this shift to silver, also changes what colors work best for you. It's not about following fashion trends. It's about understanding how your hair color, skin tone, and clothing colors all work together now. When these things don't match, it can make you feel less visible, less confident, even when you're wearing your favorite outfit. You might still be wearing the same shades you wore for years. Maybe it's that trusted beige blouse, the classic black dress, or a soft pastel sweater. But suddenly, they don't look the way they used to. So if you've ever stood in front of your closet wondering why nothing feels quite right anymore, you're in the right place. Stick with me, because we're going to talk about the best colors for silver hair, the ones to be careful with, and how to work with what you already have. Before we jump in, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Drop your city or state in the comments. I always enjoy hearing from folks across the country. Point 1. Why silver hair changes everything. As we age, our features naturally soften. Our skin might lose some of its previous color or firmness, and our hair changes from warm browns or blondes to cooler silvers, grays, or even white. When that happens, the contrast that once existed in our face starts to fade. Jewel tones help bring that contrast back, and in the best way possible. They're bold without being too loud, rich without being overpowering, and they reflect light beautifully onto your skin and hair. Let's take sapphire blue, for example. It's a deep, cool tone that adds brightness around your face. If your silver hair leans more towards cool, with blue or grayish tones, sapphire blue enhances that. It makes your hair look intentional and elegant, not faded. Emerald green works the same way. It's especially flattering for women with neutral or slightly warm skin tones. It adds a glow without making your skin look pale or washed out. Ruby red, on the other hand, adds warmth and energy. If your skin tone has a bit of warmth, this color brings out a healthy flush in your face and can make your hair shine with more dimension. And then there's amethyst, a stunning purple shade that works well across many skin tones. It adds a touch of sophistication and gives a soft, refined glow. What's great about jewel tones is that they help people focus on your face, not your clothes. The right color frames your face in a flattering way and draws attention to your features, your eyes, your smile, even your expressions. And because these colors are so saturated and clear, they don't compete with your silver hair. Instead, they highlight it. One of my clients once told me, the moment I wore a sapphire scarf with my gray cardigan, people started complimenting me again. Not on my clothes, but on how I looked. That hadn't happened in years. That's the power of jewel tones. Point 2. Soft pastels. I'm referring to dusty, sophisticated pastels like lavender, powder blue, soft rose, and muted peach. These gentle hues can create a beautiful glow on older skin, especially when paired with silver or gray hair. As we age, our skin often becomes a little thinner or more neutral in tone. Harsh colors can exaggerate lines and shadows, while overly pale ones might make you look washed out. But these refined pastels hit the sweet spot. They're soft enough to be flattering, but still have enough color to add life to your face. Let's say you wear a dusty lavender blouse. It doesn't shout for attention, but it gently brings out the cool tones in your silver hair and adds warmth to your skin. It's especially great for spring or summer occasions. Powder blue does something similar. It gives a peaceful, clean look and brightens your face in a subtle way. If your skin leans fair to medium, you'll often find that these shades look calming and fresh without being dull. Now, here's something important to understand. Not all pastels are created equal. You want to avoid those baby pinks and mint greens that are so light they barely register. They can easily make silver hair look grayish or flat. Instead, go for slightly deeper versions with a touch of gray or brown added to them. those are the dustier tones we're talking about. They carry maturity, grace, and warmth all in one. Pastels also give a softer appearance than bold jewel tones. That's why many women choose them for events like family gatherings, weddings, or outings during warmer weather. They feel appropriate, but still fresh and modern. One woman I worked with wore a muted rose-pink dress to her granddaughter's wedding instead of the beige she was considering. She later told me, "The pictures came out so beautifully. My silver hair and the rose color looked like they were made for each other." If you've avoided pastels in the past thinking they're too young or boring, give them another try, but choose the right kind. Look for the ones with that slightly dusty or muted feel. When placed near your face, they can soften your features, brighten your hair, and give you a youthful, graceful glow. Point 3. Refined neutrals. When we think of neutral colors, our minds usually go straight to black, white, gray, or beige. But for women with silver or gray hair, these basic shades don't always do the trick anymore. The key is to choose refined neutrals, tones that are deeper, richer, and more flattering against mature skin and silver hair. These include navy instead of black, charcoal instead of flat gray, and camel instead of pale beige. Let's start with navy. It's often called the new black for a reason. Navy still gives you that polished, timeless look, but without the harsh contrast that black can create on aging skin. Black near the face can cast shadows and emphasize fine lines, especially if your skin has softened over time. Navy does the opposite. It provides structure and definition, but with a softness that flatters. If you haven't tried a navy blazer or sweater since your silver transition, now's the time. Next, consider charcoal. It's darker than mid-gray but has more depth. Flat gray often blends too much with silver hair, making your whole look fade. But charcoal adds richness without being overpowering. It works beautifully for pants, jackets, or even scarves, pieces that help anchor your outfit without draining your features. Now let's talk about camel. This one is especially helpful if you're used to wearing a lot of beige. Pale beige can make silver hair and lighter skin tones look washed out or dull. But camel is a warmer, richer version that adds sophistication and color. It works particularly well if you have warm or neutral undertones. A camel coat, cardigan, or blouse can make you look polished and elegant without overwhelming your silver crown. Refined neutrals are excellent for everyday wear because they're easy to pair with other colors. They're also perfect for layering. Add a jewel-toned scarf or a soft pastel blouse underneath, and suddenly you've got balance, contrast, and harmony all in one outfit. If you've been sticking to your old neutrals, take a second look. These updated shades can make a huge difference in how fresh and put together you feel. And the best part? They're classics, timeless pieces that never go out of style. Point 4. Metallics and shine. Many women shy away from shiny or metallic clothing and accessories because they think it might be too much or too young. But here's the truth: when chosen correctly, metallics can actually bring out the best in silver hair and mature skin. They don't just add sparkle, they add dimension, warmth, and intentional style. The trick is in matching the right metallic tone to your skin's undertone. If you have cool undertones, silver, platinum, and pewter will look stunning on you. They reflect your hair's natural cool tones and brighten your complexion. If you have warm undertones, gold, bronze, or even rose gold can bring a beautiful glow to your face. These warmer metals create contrast with silver hair in a way that's flattering and soft, not overpowering. Now, you don't need to go full metallic from head to toe. That's not the goal. A little goes a long way. A scarf with a subtle metallic thread, a blouse with a shimmer finish, or a pair of earrings in a flattering metal tone can completely lift your look. The key is to place these pieces near your face, because that's where the light hits and where people look first. When you reflect a bit of soft shine onto your face, it naturally makes your features look more defined and alive. Even makeup can play into this idea. A soft metallic eyeshadow in bronze, champagne, or silver can add just the right touch of brightness. Lip colors with a gentle sheen, nothing too glossy, also help tie your look together. One woman I worked with had been avoiding metallics for years. She thought they were only for the younger crowd. But when she wore a soft gold necklace with her warm silver hair and beige sweater, she was shocked at the difference. "I looked like me again," she said. "Not faded. Not dull. Just me, with a little extra glow." Don't think of metallics as flashy. Think of them as enhancers, small accents that highlight your natural beauty. When done right, they make your silver hair sparkle with intention and elegance. Point 5. Rich midtones. These are shades like teal, burgundy, plum, and deep rose. They're not as bold as jewel tones, and not as soft as pastels. Instead, they sit right in the middle, offering just the right amount of depth and contrast to work beautifully with silver hair. Why are these colors so special? Because they create harmony. When your hair turns silver, it brings a cool, neutral tone to your overall appearance. Rich midtones step in to balance that without overwhelming your features. They're strong enough to highlight your face and make your hair look intentional, but not so strong that they drown you out. Teal is a great place to start. It's a beautiful blend of green and blue, and it works for nearly every skin tone. It brings out brightness in your eyes, and when paired with silver hair, it creates a fresh, lively look. Burgundy and plum are also excellent choices. These colors add warmth and richness to your appearance, and they're perfect for fall and winter. Whether it's a plum sweater or a burgundy scarf, these tones can transform your outfit and how you feel in it. Deep rose is another favorite. Unlike pale pink, which can sometimes make mature skin look tired, deep rose adds a healthy flush and gives a soft, romantic glow. It's flattering on the skin and works especially well for special occasions or evenings out. One client of mine, a retired college professor, once told me she'd never worn teal before in her life. After trying on a teal blouse, she looked in the mirror and smiled. "It's like someone turned the lights back on," she said. "I don't look older. I just look brighter." That's exactly what rich midtones do. They don't try to make you look younger, they help you look your best, as you are now. These colors make your silver hair pop, bring life to your skin, and make your style feel more modern and confident. If you haven't tried these shades before, give them a shot. Even one piece, a top, scarf, or cardigan, can completely change your look and your energy. It's about finding the balance that feels like you again. Colors to avoid. Now that we've explored the best colors for silver hair, it's just as important to talk about the ones that might be working against you. These shades aren't bad in themselves, but when your hair and skin tone shift with age, some colors that used to look flattering can suddenly start to wash you out, dull your features, or make your hair appear less vibrant. Let's go through the top 5 color traps that many women over 60 fall into without even knowing it. First up is pale beige. It's one of the most common culprits. Beige is soft, yes, but when it's too flat or too close in tone to your skin or hair, it creates what experts call value confusion. There's no contrast, so your features blend into each other. Your hair can look faded, and your skin can appear tired. Beige might have worked beautifully with darker hair, but with silver, it often creates a dull effect. Second is head-to-toe black. Black is known to be slimming and elegant, but it also casts heavy shadows on the face. As we get older and our skin naturally changes, black near the face can emphasize fine lines and uneven texture. It can even make your skin look paler or more tired. Wearing black on the bottom, pants or skirt, is usually fine, but near the face, it often takes away more than it gives. Third are ultra-pale pastels, those baby blues, soft mints, and barely there pinks. They might sound gentle, but they often don't carry enough color to frame your face properly. These shades can make silver hair look gray instead of glowing, and they don't provide enough warmth or brightness to lift your complexion. Fourth are muddy browns and grays. These are the shades that seem a little dull or unclear, like a mix of brown and gray without much definition. These, in-between, colors lack the clarity that mature features need. Instead of flattering you, they can make your skin appear sallow and your overall appearance less vibrant. And lastly, neon brights. These colors, think electric yellow, hot pink, and neon green, are too intense. They compete with your natural coloring instead of complementing it. The eye gets stuck on the clothing rather than your face. With silver hair, you want colors that highlight you, not colors that shout over you. If you recognize any of these in your closet, don't worry. You don't need to toss them all out. In the next section, I'll show you how to make what you already own work better, for your hair, your skin, and your confidence. How to fix your wardrobe without starting over. Here's the part many women wait for: how to make your current wardrobe work without having to spend a fortune or throw everything out. The truth is, you probably already own a lot of pieces that can look great again with just a few smart adjustments. This is about working smarter, not harder. Let's go through a 5-step method that has helped so many women feel refreshed, confident, and stylish again, without starting from scratch. Step 1. Sort by color. Take a look at your clothes and group them into 3 simple piles. 1. Colors that clearly flatter you now. 2. Colors that feel a bit off. 3. Neutral or unsure pieces. Try doing this in natural light and without makeup, so you see how each piece interacts with your silver hair and skin tone. You might be surprised how quickly patterns appear. Some old favorites may suddenly feel too dull, while others you haven't worn in years might start to shine. Step 2. Follow the 70-30 rule. Here's a trick stylists love: make sure 70% of what's near your face, tops, scarves, jackets, necklaces, is in your most flattering colors. The other 30% can be colors you still like but that don't do as much for you. So, if you love a beige cardigan, wear it with a teal or sapphire scarf. This simple balance can make your whole look more vibrant and intentional. Step 3. Use accessories wisely. Accessories are your secret weapon. Statement necklaces, colorful earrings, scarves, or even glasses in the right tones can completely transform an outfit. They draw attention upward, brighten your face, and help you rescue pieces that don't work on their own. A jewel-toned scarf can save a dull gray top. A metallic necklace can add sparkle where there was none. Step 4. Invest in core pieces. You don't need a new wardrobe, but it's worth having a few basics in your best colors. A navy blazer, a jewel-toned blouse, or a well-fitting dress in a rich mid-tone can anchor dozens of outfits. These pieces become your go-to items and make mixing and matching easier. Step 5. Dress with the seasons. As the seasons change, so should your colors. Go for deeper jewel tones in winter, soft pastels in summer, and richer neutrals in fall. This keeps your style feeling fresh while still working with your silver crown. How color affects your mood and confidence. Let's take a moment to talk about something deeper than just looking good: how color makes you feel. Because this journey isn't only about matching your silver hair to the right blouse. It's also about reconnecting with your confidence, your energy, and your sense of self. The right colors don't just flatter your appearance, they help you feel seen again. There's real science behind this. According to a 2024 study by the Color Psychology Institute, women over 60 who wore colors that harmonized with their hair and skin tones reported a 42% increase in self-confidence. Why? Because when your outside appearance reflects your natural changes with grace and intention, your brain registers that as balance, as harmony. And that feeling reaches far beyond the mirror. Many women describe a time after they embraced their silver hair when they began to feel invisible, not because of their age, but because the colors they were wearing no longer matched their essence. Their clothes didn't light them up anymore. They didn't feel vibrant or connected to themselves. But once they made those small shifts, swapping out dull tones for rich ones, adding a pop of jewel color or metallic sparkle, they noticed something surprising. People began to look at them differently. Compliments returned. Smiles felt warmer. And most importantly, they started to feel like themselves again. One woman I spoke with, Mary Ann, told me she didn't realize how out of sync she'd felt until she changed her wardrobe to match her new silver hair. It wasn't about trying to look younger, she said. It was about feeling more like me, sharp, bright, present. And I hadn't felt that way in a long time. That's what color harmony does. It pulls your appearance and your personality into alignment. When your hair, skin, and clothing colors support each other, people aren't distracted, they see you. And you see yourself, clearly and confidently. Makeup can also support this balance. Choose blushes and lipsticks that echo the same tones as your clothes: warm roses, soft corals, gentle mauves. Even switching from black eyeliner to a softer brown can make a huge difference. Because at the end of the day, silver hair doesn't mean you're fading. It means you're shining, and with the right colors, that shine becomes unmistakable. As we come to the end of this journey together, there's one thing I hope you'll take to heart: your silver hair is not a sign of fading, it's a sign of becoming. It's a symbol of your wisdom, your resilience, your lived experiences. And the colors you wear should reflect that. They should highlight your strength, not hide it. They should amplify your natural beauty, not compete with it. For so long, women were told that after a certain age, they had to tone everything down, go quiet with their style, their voice, their presence. But you don't have to disappear. In fact, now is the perfect time to shine brighter than ever. You've earned this moment. You've grown into someone strong and self-assured. And your style should show that. We've talked about the 5 color families that truly enhance silver hair. Jewel tones for bold beauty. Soft pastels for graceful glow. Refined neutrals for elegant balance. Metallics for a modern, radiant lift. Rich midtones for harmony and depth. And we've explored how to avoid the color traps that silently age you, like flat beige, harsh black, muddy browns, ultra-pale pastels, and loud neon brights. But beyond the color theory, what really matters is how you feel. When you wear something that suits you, not just your hair or your skin, but your spirit, you stand taller. You speak with more ease. You step out into the world knowing you look and feel like yourself. That feeling is powerful. And you deserve it every single day. Your silver hair is not something that just happened to you. It's something you've embraced. That takes courage, grace, and style. And now, with just a few small shifts in how you dress, you can create a look that celebrates who you are, not who you were, not who others expect you to be, but who you are now. So, I'll leave you with a small challenge. Try putting together one outfit this week using what you've learned, one that lifts your features, suits your hair, and makes you feel confident. Then look in the mirror. Really look. And ask yourself, do I feel like me? If the answer is yes, that's your style talking. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What color makes you feel the most confident with your silver hair? Your story might help inspire another woman who's just starting her journey. You're not fading, you're flourishing. Wear your silver crown proudly.